Minnesota's latest modeling says 22,000 Minnesotans will die of the coronavirus. The peak of hospitalizations will hit in mid-July, and the state's health commissioner warning there could be multiple waves. Thank you for joining us. I'm Amy Hockert. The projections are coming under some scrutiny now that they're finally out for the public to see. Let's go live to Fox 9's Theo Keith. So, Theo, why are we just getting a look at these numbers now?
Well, good question, Amy. We have been asking to see them for weeks, and this week they were used as the basis as the governor extended the stay-home order until May 4th. So today, we finally got to see some of the details.
Thousands of Minnesota businesses will remain closed for weeks on account of dire projections from state researchers. They modeled 6 scenarios ranging from doing nothing to months of social distancing. Scenario 4 most closely reflects the extended stay-home order that Governor Tim Walz has imposed. It predicts 22,000 deaths and more ICU bed usage than the state currently has.
The hospital models are suggesting that the time is really critical because they think the peak ICU demand will be greater than these numbers.
To critics, the projections are incredibly high. A second model from the University of Washington predicts just 442 deaths. Friday, a Minnesota health official criticized that other model.
Though the researchers are as bright as our team, that they have made some incredibly optimistic assumptions.
One of the key differences is that Washington's model stops in August, while Minnesota projects multiple peaks over more than a year.
This is not a one-time event. It isn't you hit the peak and then everything goes back to normal. This is going to be with us in a really challenging way in multiple waves until there are treatments and a vaccine, and that is just the hard reality.
57 Minnesotans have died so far. Some Republicans are calling on Governor Tim Walz to end the stay-home order because of the economic fallout. Senate Majority Leader Paul Gazelka said Walz should let Minnesotans get back to work while telling people over the age of 70 to stay home.
We know the governor has put a lot of stock in this modeling, but on the day that it was released publicly, the governor did not answer questions from reporters for the first weekday in recent memory. A spokesman said the governor was spending Good Friday with his family. Amy?
All right, Theo, thank you. Well, Minnesota now crossing the 400,000 mark for unemployment filings in the midst of this pandemic. Since March 16th, more than 409,000 Minnesotans have filed applications, representing 13% of the state's workforce. To put this into perspective, on 13 individual days since the crisis began, Minnesota has had at least 18,000 filings, which was the previous weekly record. We realize you're absorbing a lot of information every day, and we want to share a few of the resources we trust. The Minnesota Department of Health's hotline and website, along with the CDC's website.